consequence.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on a teeter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
And already we're underway here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
Okay, interesting. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Pedri. Great defending, strong and determined. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Tries to get it clear. Araujo tries to clear. It's a throw. And it's played forward. And it's Bellingham. He can get that clear. Now that's a throw. Yamal. Araujo. Kubasi. De Jong. Pedri. Chouameni. Alexander-Arnold. Brahim Diaz. Valverde. Spread out to the left. Purring through the gears. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Valverde wins the duel this time. Rudiger. Valverde. Araujo. Pedri. Araujo. And it's Balde. Rafinha. Dani Olmo. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Yamal. Oh, good spread. De Jong. That is good strength. Oh, that's neat. Rafinha. Lewandowski finds himself offside. Rudiger. That is a little undercooked. Well, they could break here. Brahim Diaz. Alexander-Arnold. Al Kubasi clears it away. Good distance on that. Tchouameni. And here's Brahim Diaz. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Delivering. Oh, what a climb! And he should have done better, and he knows it.
Vinicius Junior certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Araujo shifted upfield. Pedri. Dani Olmo. And here's Lewandowski. Rafinha. Lovely bit of skill. Pedri. Tchouameni does really well to win the ball there. Looking to break at pace. And it's Diaz. And that could set him on his way. Mbappe! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Vinicius Junior did well there. He was onto it in a trice.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Is always a game of colours.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
And already we're underway here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
Okay, interesting. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Pedri. Great defending, strong and determined. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Tries to get it clear. Araujo tries to clear. It's a throw. And it's played forward. And it's Bellingham. He can get that clear. And that's a throw. Yamal. Araujo. Kubasi. De Jong. Pedri. Tchouameni. Alexander-Arnold. Brahim Diaz. Valverde. Spread out to the left. Purring through the gears. enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Valverde wins the duel this time. Rudiger. Valverde. Araujo. Pedri. Araujo. And it's Balde. Rafinha. Dani Olmo. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Yamal. Oh, good spread. De Jong. That is good strength. Oh, that's neat. Rafinha. Lewandowski finds himself offside. Rudiger. That is a little undercooked. Well, they could break here. Brahim Diaz. Alexander-Arnold. Al-Kubasi clears it away. Balde. Keeper's got good distance on that. Chouameni. And here's Brahim Diaz. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Delivering. Oh, what a climb! And he should have done better, and he knows it.
Vinicius Junior certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Araujo shifted upfield. Pedri. Dani Olmo. And here's Lewandowski. Rafinha. Lovely bit of skill. Pedri. Chouameni does really well to win the ball there. Looking to break at pace. And it's Diaz. And that could set him on his way. Mbappe! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Vinicius Junior did well there. He was onto it in a trice.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Balde. Pedri. Looking here to chip it through. And he's there to clear it. Rudiger. Valverde. Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Long ball looking to counter. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Brahim Diaz. Valverde. Tries a measured ball. It's a throw-in. Valverde. Valverde! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Balde. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal, now he's off and running. Valverde, played back to the goalkeeper. Eder Militao, forwards and with intent. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Clipped into space. And back to the goalkeeper. Eder Militao. Rudiger. Eder Militao. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe has got himself a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Mbappe! And it's been taken short. Tries a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Tchouaméni with the short one. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Bellingham. De Jong attempts a clearance. Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. Nice control. Brahim Diaz. Valverde. Tchouaméni. Played out wide. Dani Olmo, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Chance here to counter. Pedri. Kubasi. Rafinha. Who's he going to play in? That has found him in acres of space. Rafinha. Moved on forwards. Belly. Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Rudiger. This looks promising. Balde. De Jong. Yamal. Now it's Dani Olmo. Lewandowski. Rudiger. Eder Militao. Tchouaméni, aim forwards. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Vinicius Junior, here's onto this. Oh, shooting chance! Yamal. Pedri. Rafinha. Pedri. Yamal. And here's Lewandowski. Now then, the ball's come loose. Brahim Diaz. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Olmo. And that has put paid to that. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. And here's Bellingham. Out towards the flank. And he's managed to get free. And that is out of play. And it's played in here. Araujo gets rid without sophistication. And it's Valverde. Valverde gently down. Rafinha. Barcelona are already trailing here early on. They cannot afford to let this get worse.
Well, I would say that they've only got themselves to blame, Peter. They've been caught cold.
João Cancelo cuts out the pass. De Jong. João Cancelo shifted upfield. And here's Lewandowski.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And they can counter here. Played out to the right. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. De Jong. Moved on forwards. Barcelona needing to chase the game already. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rudiger. Tchouaméni. Locked in behind. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. How Kubasi can get it clear. It's off target and by quite a way.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
De Jong. And here's Bellingham.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Dani Olmo. Valverde. De Jong. Yamal. De Jong. Nice physical challenge. Looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. That's too low. Valverde. And it's Diaz. Nice looking ball. Balde. Aim forwards. Brahim Diaz. Bellingham. De Jong. João Cancelo. Yamal. De Jong. Yamal. João Cancelo. Muscular approach does pay off here. Mbappe. Vinicius Junior, forwards and with intent. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham, he's had a shot! It's a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Kubasi. And it's played forward. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Searching pass he's played there. João Cancelo with the clearance. Could move up a gear here. Yamal. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham chasing after it. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Out to the right. It's come to nothing. That's really well manoeuvred. Ooh, delicate chip through. Back into the middle. Eder Militao. Yamal. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got space in. It's Lewandowski! Rudiger. Eder Militao. Eder Militao, gently done. And here's Mbappe. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe has a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Mbappe is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Succumbs to the pressure. Eder Militao. Chouameni. Alexander-Arnold. Dani Olmo. And he cuts out the supply. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. And here's Brahim Diaz. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rafinha done delicately. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Thinks one through. Lewandowski. Brahim Diaz. De Jong. Pedri. Araujo. Kubasi. Yamal calmly anticipates. Eder Militao forwards and with intent. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe, back when it goes. Yamal, João Cancelo, Kubasi, Pedri, Rafinha, and it's Olmo. Dani Olmo, and here's Yamal.
Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's played forward. Bellingham, now he's off and running. Can he deliver? Played in with purpose. That's not going to find its target. Dani Olmo do have a chance to counter here. Barcelona can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Kubasi. How Kubasi shifted upfield. That'll be a throw-in. He has found a way through. Yamal. Eder Militao gets a foot in here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Vinicius Junior tries to thread one through. Now who's going to be first to this? Barcelona have a free kick. How Kubasi aim forwards, and it's Olmo. Yamal, now it's Yamal. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that was very necessary. João Cancelo. Dani Olmo. Araujo, Pedri, Rafinha, Yamal, he's having a shot! Now it's De Jong, and it's Balde. Moved on forwards. Kubasi. Pedri. That looks a good ball through. Rudiger cuts it out. Valverde. And the counter is on. That's a little off target. Yamal. De Jong. Rafinha. Valde. That's a nicely shaped ball. Valverde. Bellingham. Pedri. Rafinha. Balde. Oh, sweet feet. Proves too strong. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, what a pass! And a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Brahim Diaz shifted upfield. Alexander-Arnold. Cleared away. And now the breakaway. Well timed, excellent interception. Eder Militao. Eder Militao. And the keeper's got it again. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Played with finesse. Bellingham. He's found the way through. Al-Kubasi can get it clear. Now it's Lewandowski. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Diaz. Bellingham. Dani Olmo. Aim forwards. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's shifting through the gears here. And they've got rid. Rudiger.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Tchouaméni does well to get it back. Brahim Diaz. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham. Al-Kubasi gets it away. Bellingham. And it's lofted through here. Brahim Diaz. A header! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Now that's well seen too. And it's Diaz. That's good play. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Lewandowski, and here's the chance to counter. Lewandowski, that is a great pick out. Yamal, Rafinha, elects to cross. And he's got his reins wrong there. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's played forward. Bellingham is onto it in a flash. Bellingham is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Yamal, whistle's gone, that's a foul. A fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Mbappe. Mbappe. Tries to get it clear. Brahim Diaz. He whips it, up he goes! Another fruitless header.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Now it's Yamal. And it's Cancelo. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And the finish! Dispatched clinically. Quite exquisite. Brilliantly dispatched.
It's a really, really good goal, and not just the way he finished it. He had to read the whole situation as it developed.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
That's a shapes to shoot! He has done it! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Rafinha. Balde. Delivers with wit. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Dani Olmo, big chance!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Rudiger. Rudiger, gently done. De Jong. Dani Olmo! And again! Well, the ball's come loose here. And he's there to clear it. Valverde. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior laid out towards the right wing. And it's hoisted clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Vinicius Junior. Brahim Diaz. Alexander-Arnold. Brahim Diaz. Belly. Oh, such a clever touch. Bellingham opts to play it back. He's gone for goal!
Valverde usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Rafinha. And it's Pedri. And here's Dani Olmo. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Pedri plays it short. And here's Pedri. Pedri. Lunin gets his gloves on it. Nice and calm. Kubasi. Has a look and plays it forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. He is through here. Well, that's well done. Really robust. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Valverde. Bellingham. Now he's off and running. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Balde. Rafinha. Oh, easy pickings there. And back to the keeper they go. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. It's a good run down the right. And here's Dani Olmo. That's going to go a long way. That's a throw. That's a promising run he's making on the right. He's got away. Yamal, and that's aimed into the middle. João Cancelo. De Jong. Araujo forwards and with intent. Rafinha. Pedri. Oh, delicate chip through. That pass just didn't quite work. Tchouaméni. And it's played forward. Moved on forwards. Rudiger. And he's there to clear it. Valverde made out to the left flank. Rudiger shifted upfield. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. De Jong. Yamal. Rudiger. Tchouaméni.